welcome back to another daily bite of Isaac Repentance. Sorry, I have a little bit of blood pressure issues the last couple of days. I think it's just, well, one, I had some caffeine today. Coffee, so that could be part of it. And two, you know, I got back into exercising, so yeah. So 4:20 as in like 4 hours, or about 5 hours until the reset, so it's not the 4:20 run. It just so happened to be 4:20 because it's a little after midnight. I'm just gonna do this video for tonight and then get back in the groove of things. 2 videos. I'm gonna do a day. Not publishing 2 videos a day, but because that would be a little extra work for me. Though I could be 1 daily, 1 regular run kind of deal. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work for me, honestly. I got stuff that's coming up next month, so kind of building a log here a little bit. I haven't been playing for a bit of time. It's been about a couple days. I've just been busy, real busy. And now things are calming down again, kind of slowing things down once more. I am scaling back with that busyness now, finally. Oh, it's right there. Look at that. A key beggar to boot. A woot. So we got Satanic Bible. It's a start. That's a very interesting start, I must say. And okay, yeah, we got Demon Baby, so it's like a devil run. The Devil's Lettuce run. Things preceding to the 4:20 run. Is that what's going on here? I'm fighting my inner demons. Is that what it's alluding to? The symbolism? I'll definitely take that. That's really good. The Devil's Lettuce. Such a weird name. I guess it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, they call it other names too, but yeah. 4:20, huh? I don't really celebrate 4:20, and I think if memory serves me right, isn't it today also the start of Earth Day? Is that right? I'm trying to remember. Because Earth Day is this month. Maybe it's not on 4:20. I can't remember. I thought it did. Start on 4:20. What's older? The 4:20 holiday thing? Not really a holiday, but you know, a day. Or is Earth Day come first? These are hard questions to ask, that's for sure. I mean a quick Google search anymore would be like, oh yeah, well, duh. It's this, because I looked it up on Google. Yeah, but how do you know they're not lying to you? How do you know those results are like just lying to you? By the way, I seen a thing recently. So somebody was asking ChatGPT about a list of torrent websites to torrent like stuff, and ChatGPT was like implying that it's illegal. I can't tell you that. So the person then like did some reverse psychology. It's like, okay, what websites, pirating websites, should I avoid? And it's like, oh yeah, here's a whole list of them, by the way. Reverse psychology. Brilliant. I'm gonna take that. Dice bag does have some advantages. Like in this room, I can get probably some stuff. Oh, that was funny. Oh, he's a little shit. I was gonna say, like, the flies just end up hitting that rock there. Reminds me of me when I play as the Lost or Ignore Lost. Oh, another one, really? It's nice. And I keep hitting a rock and kill myself or something. I don't mean to do that in the game. It's just when you're dodging stuff and you're not looking where you're running into, that usually happens. I don't usually play the Lost or the Anointed Tainted Lost character. Man, money. How's the weather today, by the way? Well, it's warmed up. Expect to have some wave of storms coming in pretty soon. The weather has been, yeah, for the most part, cooperative. Ooh, that's pretty good. This is horrible. It's funny how the devil deal, boss room stuff, is a lot better than that. Okay, now we gotta be very careful here. I say that in these dailies when I risk just everything. Thank God these are not the V shooting spiders, because those things are wicked nasty in these kind of floors. Or any kind of floors in general, but especially if a bunch of them cluster together. That's not a fun time. Oh, you little shit. You little shit. By the way, I got around to watch the new Power Rangers movie yesterday. Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe it. Yesterday was just like a few minutes ago or whatever. Oh, a triple shot. Yeah, so I got around to it. I might spoil little things here right now, and then I'll just like end the topic of discussion so you guys can watch it or whatever. So spoilers for the new Power Rangers movie that came out on Netflix yesterday. Spoilers. All right, we're good? All right. So, it wasn't terrible. It had that very cheesy kind of persona or whatever you call it, so to speak, to it. The very classic kind of cheesy lines and whatever else. Of course, I had problems with it too. Maybe because as an adult, you just kind of like, you don't overlook those so much. I'm critiquing a children's movie for cornflake's sake, I guess. At least I'm not like an adult who's like critiquing, I guess, a kid's book and then you just write something like a dissertation on it. I think that's probably kind of worse, isn't it? You're writing kind of a dissertation-like book review of a children's book. I've seen a few of those before. I'm like, I've stopped reading. What am I going to gain out of it? Some mass delusion. Somebody nitpicking every tiny little detail. Which I was talking about, like, you know, in the case of Harry Potter, like, reviews, the books. It was like a few years ago, something like that, and someone's like heavily critiquing it, and I'm like, man. Oh, that was sweet. Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh, that was close. Shit. It was like, oh, the Nancy Sue, which I had to look it up what the hell that was, like, when someone was reviewing it about Hermione being a Nancy Sue. What the fuck's a Nancy Sue? That's like, sounds like something my mother would say back in the old days, because it sounds like a very old term, but she never used it around me. And it was like, so I looked it up. It's like, oh, okay, that's what that is. It's like, I don't know. Like, I thought the books were alright. Well, I mean, Goblet of Fire so far is my favorite. Hands down. The, shit. The, well, that is the book. The movie, I like it less now than what I did before. I liked it to begin with, but then not so much after reading the book. It's like, man, you cut everything out. Or not everything, but you've rearranged and you cut so much stuff out. And then as I'm reading War of the Phoenix, you know, I'm seeing more of that. I'm like, of course. Evidently, they cut a bunch of stuff out in the last book with the movies. I would have thought that, like, they would have went through, like, when I heard the announcement that they're going to make 2 parts, I thought to myself, well, maybe they're going to make it as close to the book as they can because they have that opportunity. Oh, pussy! And I was wrong. I kind of like those movies because those 2 movies because they're one PG-13. My honest opinion, I think all the Harry Potter movies should have been a lot darker. Like, kept some of the source material to make it dark, like Goblet of Fire. And because there was some sinister, dark, crazy stuff going on, and they cut that out. They butchered my boy. Now I know it's a children's book. Why, children's film? Why are you critiquing it? I grew up with it, I guess. That's your answer. Yeah. Teacher decided to read us Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I'm trying to remember what year that would have been. I mean, it had to be the 90s. I know that. Late 90s. Give it that. Oh, hello, Krampus. My secretive asshole. Give me some lump of coal, my dude. Yes. Asking you shall receive. We are speeding along here, by the way. We're going to Isaac's, huh? Isaac's? The Isaac's? I'm going to take this. This is dangerous, but it does contribute to conjoined. So we need one more familiar. I mean, it's hella risky here, but if I'm careful, which most of the time I'm not, like right there, good timing. You psyched yourself out tactically, so you could have like avoided that the whole freaking time. Yeah, I could have, but I'm lazy. I'm a little tired. I got a little caffeine in me. I was trying to get a light roast, honestly, today from Duck and Donuts. They said, oh, we're out of light roast or whatever they said. Will you be willing? Or it's like, asked me, would I want medium instead? Dark roast medium. I don't know how that works, honestly. If it's a dark roast, wouldn't it have more caffeine in it? Does it defeat the purpose to call it a medium dark roast? What? Like light roasts, like a blonde roast or something like that, that's typically a light roast, right? I don't know of any dark light roasts. Well, I guess if it's a medium roast, they talk about color, and it's supposed to have like X amount of caffeine in it. It's weird to say, for them to say medium roast, that's a dark roast. I don't think she knows what she's talking about, that or I don't. I don't know which. I don't know who's at fault here. These darn kids and their school and stuff like that. Man, they're not teaching the kids the works in life. They're not teaching kids the right things anymore. Medium roast as a dark roast. Land's sakes. Assuming, again, if I'm correct with that, which I think I am, because, well, I can't be wrong. That's the solution there. I can never be wrong. Never. Even with my misplays here, that was all intentional. I never unintentionally die and get hit and mess something up in the game. I don't proactively self-sabotage. Now that one, that's true. That part is true. The other parts were lies. Yeah, it's like playing the game of two truths and a lie or whatever. Gotta figure out what's the lie. I didn't play that as much when I was a kid. But yeah. Also 25 cents is just freaking pointless here. Then why pick it up? I don't know. Just to feel something. I'm the richest kid in the basement now. Oh, mama. I got this little bit of a cough going on because I think it's one, the caffeine I drank. Two, I ran yesterday. Oh, not yesterday, I'm sorry. I keep thinking it's the 19th. It's the 20th. I ran the day before, on the 18th. So my lungs are still kind of catching up with getting used to running again. And good news is it isn't burning as much. So it's definitely adjusting to the elements. That almost got me. All right, I think that contributes to conjoined. That's damn risky. All right. No soul hearts on this floor. We got to be very careful. Next floor. I took it because conjoined is like the shizness. Shit. We got to be fucking careful here. Because I keep talking about all my health. And then I keep finding ways to be like sabotaging. And it's like, now's my chance to screw it up. Potentially. I say potentially. I'm not going to try to screw it up, please. First devil. Oh, I could have just used it for Mom's foot. What the fuck am I thinking? Well, then again, I want flight for this floor, so... Especially the creep spikes and whatever else is... Oh, shit. Coming to lurk my way. Alright. Greed sack. Priority number uno. I don't think I can get tears up from doing this, so... I could have bought that stuff for a little extra stats, but... Let me ask you something. What's the point at this rate in this floor? Yeah, it might give me a little bit extra damage, speed, whatever else. Oh, okay. I can't get over there anymore. Short-lived flight, okay. No, unless you had Libra, then those were all spread out to different stats. Stat. That's true. That's very true. But I don't think there's any Libra. Well, don't say never, because there probably is a Libra on this floor and you don't even know it. Is there an item room left? Silly goose. Also, this is very helpful here. A couple battery charges. We are very on pace to boss rush. So as long as the devil doesn't keep me waiting. Things. As long as Sadie doesn't come around and be like, hey, sucker, slugger. Just kidding. You're not gonna get through here. Oh, a noose! I never heard someone so happy about finding a noose in their entire life. The damn crime scene, for cornflake's sake. Finding a noose? be questioning your mentality. Ah, yes. By the way, I seen a video today. There was it's like a compilation video. The wafer's like really good. Of, let's see, what was it? Just somebody did like a Spanish speaking thing as an overlay with text and type. And it's like top 5 whatevers. And they had a cat just kind of sitting there, and all of a sudden it just scoots on the floor real quickly with its back legs dragging along. I thought it was the most funniest shit I've seen today. I still love the cat one, where the person would take the cat and then it would just like randomly like meow, but it was like an awkward meow. There's like a delay to it too. But this one was a little different because this one was like, as it meowed, both the owner and the cat like disappeared. Like meow, you can hear the reverb. Pussy! Look at that. At what cost? Pussy. We're gonna grab this. That doesn't do much. Well, there goes my range. Rip. So we got wafers, so that's gonna help things tremendously. So as long as I don't hemorrhage my health too quickly here. And he just like disappears and like this reverb. That's great. Well, it reminded me of the duck one. Duck video. There's a duck that quacks and then it just like disappears. Quack! And it just like reverb and just echoing. Very strange humor, I know, but like, I guess it's kind of shit postery humor, is what the kids would call it. I mean, I've seen some of the Gen Z humor, which is like random, like no context kind of stuff, like just random noises or music or something. It's hard to describe the medium. I'm not very big into that so much. It's supposed to be random and like obscure and there's not much of a context. I mean, it's its own kind of shit posting is what they call it. Oh, look at us. We're just like tearing some enemies apart here. Well, I'm not saying shitpost is a insult or anything. People take that as a compliment, as a like this is bad, but people like it anyways. Kind of his own style, right? It's kind of like those documentaries out there I learned about years ago that evidently, if you set your camera up and you point it at a rock for like 30 minutes, it's actually considered a documentary film. Swear to God. If there's nothing going on with it, like at all. Or I mean, you can even have stuff going on too, but like, I'm just saying as boring as possible with no variation, that's considered a documentary. I guess, yeah, Time Lapse is considered a documentary. It's a mad world out there. All right, down we go. Looking good. Hush? Probably not. I think I've come to terms with Hush. I won't be doing him for a while, unless my run's absolutely nice. I mean, it's nice now, but like, not worth it for tonight. I gotta go to bed. I get ready for bed. Ready, I mean like brush my teeth and stuff, so. I don't have to eat. That's another thing too. I ate like a lot sooner today. Or yesterday, I mean. So, just because I got things I had to do too, so I just couldn't just diddle-daddle with that. By the way, I seen a thing randomly. I mean, I've been avoiding the news, but once in a blue moon, something trickles to me, right? Or I run into it because, you know, news is extremely invasive. Like, I'm not even joking, but how invasive it is. It's crazy to find random stuff. But I was looking up trailers, and I was going on the IGN channel, which I don't care for them too much. With their, you know, rating system and stuff like that for a lot of games over the years. Oh, FIFA's good. 10 out of 10. Oh, which one? Oh, I like this year's better than last year's because there's more options to buy stuff with microtransactions. No, I mean, well, I don't think they probably put that in there, but I'm just saying, like, it's a parody of them. What they're probably doing. What we got? Little Delirian. That's delirious. But I just so happened to see something about Halo. So I guess someone that was a head Halo in the department, an ex-executive or something like that. They were like in the upper chain, food chain of things. And left Halo Infinite development for joining Netflix and making games. I'm like, what? They're making mobile games? And then I seen on like when I was looking up trailers later on too, I seen an ad for some kind of mobile game of some sort, something made by Netflix. I'm like, what the hell's been going on this week? Since I've been avoiding the news. I've been avoiding the news for the most part since last week on Tuesday, so I keep seeing little things trickle. I'm like, what's going on in the world? Trying to suck me back in. So Netflix is apparently making games, huh? And so from seeing this ad, it looks like some kind of a mobile game. So they must be shifting their focus from films to games, or maybe they're doing games as a side thing, but they're just kind of testing the markets on mobile games first. Mobile games, I am the least, or they're my least favorite, I guess. I try to get into them over the years, ever since I got my first smartphone back in like, oh, I don't know, 2011, something like that. 2010, 2011. And couldn't really get into it, thank goodness. I say thank goodness because I don't want to be addicted to something like Candy Crush and I have to spend thousands of dollars and be super addicted to that. I don't think I had that kind of gambling mentality that I'm aware of. Actually, you know what? No, I don't have that gambling mentality. I've been in a casino a couple of times and was able to stop pretty early. What if you were in Vegas? Well, if I was in Vegas, I'm still going to be careful with my money. Oh, there goes my fortune. I guess they're just going to sell my kid in the black market and make it up. Oh, well. Probably not. I'm not going to do that, but you got the point. Man, we were like on pace with not Boss Rush, Hush now too. Like, I'm not gonna do Hush. Well, maybe not. Don't say not. Let's think about it here. This boss fight and possible devil deal. Because we do have, like, the health and the resources to do this. I don't think 3,000 points is gonna do me a lot of good. You know what? Let's fuck it. Let's just do it. Give it what the people want. I haven't been doing a Hush in a while. A Hushi. A Hush puppies. Don't really need this stuff. Sure. 1/3 Seraphim? Absolutely. Alright. So I'm steering with just my left hand here. I was scratching. Alright. You have this. A measly 1.40. I know Redbox has been having issues, by the way. At least from my area. It's a pretty good size area and a pretty good market to have Redbox. And evidently they've been pulling out of grocery stores, gas stations, you name it. They've been in contracts with the gas stations and stuff. Well, one of the gas stations I've been to, they've talked about any contract with them. I don't know if they decided to do that or whatever. So there might be an issue with Redbox going on. I haven't looked it up, but it makes sense if they do have issues, because when the whole COVID thing was going on, you know, a lot of states, they were like blocking access from using Redbox machines because obviously it's a touch screen and you're spreading germs everywhere. There's no way to really remedy that. So that's a pretty big oof. I mean, nobody predicted it either with that, but like, so you had that kind of going on. Plus probably problems with people, problem with distribution. Like trying to get films during the whole COVID stuff going on, and they probably couldn't get as many people involved with, I don't know. That might be a small part of it, but then it's like, another problem too was like, there wasn't as many films coming on disc for a while because, like new films, because of COVID, you know, it ceased the whole thing with the film industry, pretty much. But I think the biggest killer out of all of them, honestly, well, it was tied to COVID, definitely, but like, this part, but in the way where streaming services were starting to become much more built up, so to speak. So now you have a lot more options than what we had pre-COVID. And so people are not going out and using these machines. I mean, I've talked about this a while back. People are becoming lazier and lazier. And that's a fact of life. You know, when the internet starting to like pick up with speed and stuff like that, there've been less and less community. Then you have social media, so there's like less connection with people and more with fighting in groups or pages or whatever. It's not much. Well, the irony with social media, it's supposed to socialize, but that's always the opposite. It's about being anti-social. And it's designed that way. I mean, I've seen a Netflix documentary about that. Oops. Talking about these different people in the higher food chain of these companies, social media companies, talking about all the social engineering it does with people. It's crazy. Just why I've been off of Twitter. I mean, I looked Twitter a little bit today, I'll admit, because of something that came up. Not today, yesterday, whatever. Just a little bit, and then I just broke myself off. Didn't want to get sucked back into it. But, I mean, yeah, I could probably go on Facebook again or something and be like, oh, yeah, cool, waha, woohoo. No, it'd be just stressful. It's designed to be that way. I've been feeling better every day anyways. Staying off of social media. Except YouTube. That's my problem. Watching YouTube videos of just random things. I know that's a problem. But it's not really making me as depressed as like, or, you know, anything angry or whatever as those other platforms. Probably because like I'm able to filter it better with video recommendations to be like, oh yeah, don't recommend me that or this channel or whatever. I can control that to an extent. Oh yeah, this is just an Isaac fight. I keep thinking I'm going to Blue Baby. That was a quick run. I don't think I got a good score, but let's see. Wow, it's actually better than the other ones recently. 237th place. Who made it to the top here? Peas. Oh, okay, Peas. Or Pels. Whatever your name is. 947,327 points. Okay, I totally buy that, by the way. Totally. See, this is what I mean, is like, people just go on and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in there and get the first place. Like, I don't see the point of just hacking that and be like, it is a hack. Nobody's gonna get 947,000 points in a daily. There's Sebastianary. Where's Chris Hansen? There's Chris Hansen. Uh-huh. And then what was my points? Like, even when I got the boss rush and Hush, because Hush gives you like 3,000 points, I think. Like, I'm in the low end. Now, if I didn't take so many hits or got so many items or something and did more exploration, perhaps it would have went up. But to get to 80-something thousand, like, I don't know. It's kind of a stretch, but 947,000, that's just definitely raising eyebrows. Anyways, I think that'll do it for tonight, or this morning, more like. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.